And yes, Blake Lively is currently the most cancelled and most hated actress in Hollywood, Juana Maria. Yes, it's not just that she's being burned on every social network. Overnight, many people began to hate her. And today I'm going to tell you why. Because this woman used to be one of the most loved. I mean, her relationship with Ryan Reynolds is one of the public's favorites. People adored their humor, the way they acted, and how affectionate they were towards one another. Susanna was also always admired by people. For how fashionable that woman is, she was even called the Queen of the Met Gala, imagine that. But well, today, thanks to her movie, It Ain't With Us, Susanna got herself into big trouble, right? In big fights with the public, and today I'm gonna tell you why. But well, before we start, hello, good or bad girls?
Let's look at this case.
Context. Everything starts in 2019 with Justin. No, that's a lie.
Justin Baldoni bought the rights to the book It Ends With Us. It took me a while to remember the name. I have the Harry Potter book. Be quiet.
No, but seriously, this book is about the violence a girl experienced with her partner. And well, when Justin Baldoni read this book, it inspired him a lot. Because his dream was to bring that to the big screen. Because he knows that many people nowadays don't like reading, they don't like books, Susanna. But he does know that people still like movies. And he wanted that if he found any girl, any young woman who identified with the main character, they would seek help, right? That was like his biggest dream. And as they wanted this project to have a lot of visibility, as the main character, Susanna Lily Bloom, they cast Blake Lively. Yes, Juana Maria, you messed up. It's said that the abusive secondary character wasn't initially meant for Justin Baldoni. However, the writer insisted he was the only one who could play the role best. Sorry, my dog is barking. We have neighbors and don't live alone in a mansion. Oh well. The number one problem. Well, the problem started when behind-the-scenes photos started to leak, right? They filmed that movie around 2023 or thereabouts, 2022, 2020. Well, I think it was in 2023, and behind-the-scenes photos started to come out. People started to attack Juana Maria. Firstly, because they chose Blake Lively as the lead actress. And they imagined the lead actress as they wrote her in the book, right? That she was a girl who was at most 25 years old, Juana Maria. Besides that, the style was not at all the one they saw in that behind the scenes, right? The style was not what Blake Lively was carrying, Juana Maria. They had something else in mind, right?
What happened with the wardrobe of Ends With Us?
I'm gonna say it more as a fashion designer than as a person who read the book, dude.
It doesn't work. According to several videos I saw of people who have read the book, they say they imagined the main actress a bit like these girls I'm showing you here, Susanna, not like Blake. And well, at the beginning, they started to attack for that, but that's nothing. It's nothing compared to the second problem. The movie was released, right? At the premiere, there was a lot of joy and photos being taken. However, they noticed that no one took pictures with the director, Justin Baldoni, who had been working tirelessly since 2019 to make the movie a success. He's been preparing this movie since 2019, and then, well, no one from the cast took pictures with that guy, not even Blake Lively. Look, no one, Susanna, the only one who took pictures with Justin Baldoni was his wife, his woman. And everyone was saying, there's something fishy here, Juana Marillo, there's something fishy. And well, obviously, people started to position themselves mostly because of their interviews. Because they were literally totally different interviews. It seemed like they were promoting different movies, Susanna. One was promoting a teenage love movie, like Kissing Booth. And the other was promoting a movie about violence. In this case, it was Justin who was promoting this movie. Justin, in all the interviews, he said that this movie is directed at women, right? It's directed mostly at people who suffer from violence in their relationship.
He also talks a lot about this movie. He
also talks a lot about how with this movie, he wants all women who identify with the main character to seek help and leave that relationship. And well, yes, he does in all interviews. On the contrary, Susanna, Blake Lively went another way, right? My little one went down the Barbie path. My little one went down the roses path. She was promoting The Notebook, Susanna from Kissing Booth, any movie except the movie she had been the main character of, which was the premiere. She, in the interviews, was like, if this is a love movie, a romance of madness, Susanna, yes, one or another scene of violence, but many flowers, right? Very important, the flowers there. So important were the flowers that she herself said in the interviews. Like, girls, don't forget to bring your flowers or clothes with flowers. Well, to the cinema, right? Because that goes in representation with the movie, because the main character likes flowers. So bring your flowers to the cinema, girls wanting to mark a Barbie, because, you know, wanting to mark a Barbie because, you know, when the Barbie movie came out, everyone went to the cinema in pink or with something pink to the cinema that became super trendy at that time. And then Blake, believing herself a master in all that is marketing, she said, no, if I do this, the movie will be a success. So she wanted to mark a Barbie. The difference, my dear Blake, is that Barbie is a movie based on children's movies and your movie is a movie based on a book of abuse and violence. Oh, you know, like there's one
small difference.
Literally, the only thing Blake didn't say was, girls, take your black eye to the movies. Girls, take your broken arm to the movies. Oh, enough, because it goes with the theme of the movie, you know. For all the things that happen in the movie, no friend, no my friend, the movie must be taken with the seriousness it deserves. You know, if you are promoting another movie, I don't know, The Devil Wears Fashion, Susanna, anything like that, it's normal for you to be like with that vibe, right? That it carries such a thing that goes with the theme of the movie. But if we are talking about a movie that literally the theme of the movie is domestic violence, really you come to tell me that it carries two flowers, that it's a romance movie, then...
If everyone says that's what she wanted to do.
Then if everyone says that what she wanted to do was, it was like a Barbie or Oppenheimer, that you guys know that Barbie or Oppenheimer came out almost at the same time. And then all that stuff from people who went to Barbie then went to Oppenheimer. This is Susanna, and she wanted to do the same with her movie and Deadpool's. Why is Deadpool Wolverine sold out?
I'm gonna get right to it. How do you explain that? And...
in the end, obviously, it couldn't work out that way because we're talking about movies that don't. Obviously, if you want, after watching your movie, they can go watch Deadpool, which to people already seems too forced. Everything that has to do with those two. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Besides Susanna, another powerful thing is her product line. Yes, because she launched her hair product line. And well, throughout the movie, she was promoting it. According to her, she only used products from her hairline throughout the movie, Susanna. And well, throughout the movie, my little girl came out curly. My little girl looked like she had just gotten up, that she didn't have time to comb. Susanna, oh no! My little girl looked like she had been given a tremendous squeeze, or I don't know what, but yes, she always looked like she had frizz with and I tell you, it doesn't matter because I have hair like that, Susanna. Most of the time, my hair is like that curly hair, but my hair is like puff. But if you want to promote your hair care line, Juana Maria, the ideal is that it looks neat. So everyone also, for that reason, was criticizing her quite a bit. And also, in the interviews that we are talking about, that you are going to interviews where you are going to talk about your movie, a movie about grandpa and a couple, Susanna, and what you are going to do is promote your hairline, right? That a girl went and asked her that, oh no, yes, and what did it feel like in her spraying the spray?
Protect me, Lord, with your spirit. Protect me, Lord, with your spirit.
Also, talking about the interviews, every time they asked her about something that had to do with the theme of the movie violence, she was like, she was going off on other paths. She always had to jump that make a little joke or that bring up anything else. In this interview, they asked her if a person who is going through the same thing as her main character approaches her on the street, what would she say to them? Asking for like my address or my phone number.
So people get really upset with your response. Like, how can you joke about such a serious matter, but...
I'm telling you, I don't hate Blake Lively here. Literally, my favorite movie of all time is a movie she starred in. I've always liked her. But I'm telling you, this little drama that came out gives you a lot to think about. Another thing they're criticizing a lot is her role as a producer in the movie. She said that she can no longer act in a movie without also having to be a producer, direct it, do something. She can no longer act like that. Well, the director in this movie, as I told you at the beginning, is Justin Baldoni, and he had an idea, a vision for a long time because he bought the rights to the movie in 2019, but he already had a vision with that book, what he wanted to do. So the moment he hired her was for her to have more vision. And she told him that she couldn't act in a movie without also getting a little involved in how everything was going to work in production. And she became a producer. But I think, as I tell you, according to the things that come out on the internet, what they are saying is that he never imagined what he was going to end up doing. You know, that they were literally going to take away almost all of his directing power in the movie. She had a completely different vision. I'm telling you, from the moment you see the interviews, from the moment you see the premiere, you see the different vision. You see that he's promoting a violence movie and she's promoting more of a romance movie. And she wanted to go more for the romance side than what the book is really about. So yes, they had many differences in all the scenes. The scenes had to be filmed twice, one with Blake's vision, another with his vision. There were also many behind the scenes where Blake is watching the eyes every time he's directing a scene in the movie. She's like watching the eyes. She doesn't agree with the vision he has with the movie. In the end, she even ended up hiring an editor, one of the editors of the movie Deadpool, to also edit this movie and include her scenes, right? Oh, she directed scenes that she believed were correct. I watched the movie, Susanna, in the cinema, and I laughed because I could sometimes tell which scenes she directed based on how they stood out. There was so much zoom on Blake's shoes, Susanna, so much zoom on the shoes that Blake was wearing, you know. The camera frequently panned from bottom to top, focusing on her shoes. I was perplexed, but I knew those scenes were hers because why would Justin Baldoni showcase his Louis Vuitton shoes?
This is the truth.
People were very against that. Apart from that, even I was going to say Deadpool, even her husband was also there sticking his nose into 1,000 things, you know. Now, even Ryan Reynolds was directing several scenes because he knows about that world of entertainment. He was directing several scenes. Well, more than anything, what he did was write some scenes. That also made a lot of people angry because it is said that everyone was telling Justin that no, he should go with Blake and Ryan Reynolds' vision because they have been in the industry longer and have had more success, right? So also because of that, everyone always listened to those two more because they said, you know how. They are strong-headed and beloved not just in Hollywood but by everyone, Susanna. So what's best for us? Improving relations with Justin, who has few acquaintances and limited project success, similar to these two individuals. What's best for us? Well, getting along better, obviously with the Reynos, you know. Susanna sided with Deadpool, and even the director supported Blake. She at the beginning in 2019, super buddy with Justin. When he bought the rights, Susanna, up and down, he did what not many people do in the industry, right? Usually when you buy the rights to a book, you already have the rights. That's it, but not him, as he bought the rights of the book and still gave her a lot of freedom in the movie to modify scenes to see the vision she had for the movie, because in the end he said that the book is hers and what's important is that she felt comfortable. She was very friendly at the beginning, but I was disappointed with how the movie turned out. But they say that later he started having problems with Blake Lively. She supported Blake Lively, which didn't surprise many online. And I tell you, people who know a little about the trajectory of this writer, because they say that when she released that book in the first place, they were already criticizing her a lot because she always had that of romanticizing quite toxic attitudes in her books. And besides that, when she released this book, which is about Susanna, again I say it, about abuse, what she did was she wanted to release a line of nail polishes that had to do with the book. What's that about? It has nothing to do with it. She also wanted to release a coloring book related to the book Juana Maria. Excuse me? What? You wanted to show off. Obviously, they attacked her a lot, and that's why she didn't end up releasing those big projects that she had in mind. Pulling a Blake Lively, that's why she got along well with Blake. Because Blake told her, no, you saw the success that Barbie had doing this, doing that. We have to do the same. And well, the other one didn't want to do that. He wanted to take this issue seriously. And the director, no. The writer said, no, what Blake says is true, because to be successful, you have to do that. Besides, Blake has been in the industry for many years. Obviously, Blake is right. And what was more convenient for that woman? To get along with Justin or to get along with Blake? well, with Blake Susana, who has so much power in Hollywood. And well, after he started to fall, too much hate towards Blake Susana, too much hate on all social networks. Because, for example, Justin on his social networks for 3 years now, first of all, he has a podcast where he mainly talks about sexism, fragile masculinity, advises men, etc. Apart from that, in his Instagram description for a while now, and he has a link that takes you to a help center for women, I don't know, who are looking for help because they are going through the same situation as the protagonist in the book, right? And well, Blake, on the other hand, she was totally different, Susana. People also complained a lot that only Blake appears on the poster and that literally Justin's name appears below in tiny letters, but everything is like Blake. And the idea of the poster that Justin had was this poster where their names appear side by side equally well. That was not Blake's idea. In the end, Blake's idea ended up winning, as you can see, because it is the poster they are promoting in all the cinemas. And well, what I was doing right now is that if he started to get into a lot of hate, and obviously Blake had never in her life received so much hate, so much hatred. I tell you, she was one of the most loved in Hollywood, along with her husband, Ryan. So what she did was post some stories on Instagram, thanking the support that people were giving her. And she also started posting help links, right? She began to clarify that the movie was not a romance. This movie is about na-na-na-na-na. She put the link that the other one also has in the description, Susana, to help women. Na, 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 na. You know, that's how my little girl was. Well, Blake's team mentioned that the two of them didn't get along because Justin at some point made a fat-phobic comment to our little Blake. And also in one part, in one scene, he gave Valicina and he gave her a kiss that was too long. Well, Blake felt that the kiss was too long. So yes, that's why Blake was upset. And for example, the fat phobic comment was that in one scene, he had to lift her up, right? He had to lift her in the sky. So he asked Blake her weight due to his back problem. He wanted to ask his doctor if he could carry the weight. Blake took it very badly, considering it an extremely fat phobic comment. Blake was like, you're perfect. Like in the 1960s, oh no. But you know, she was like that. She took it as the worst thing in the world, Susana. Literally, Justin told her, instead of starring in this movie, star in an episode of My 600 LB Life, you know? So she felt that simple question, which is a pretty valid question. Plus, you seeing the physical complexion of the two, Blake is a pretty big woman, Susana. Next to Justin. Justin obviously can be strong and can lift her. But anyway, those are doubts that anyone else could also have. It's not to justify it. But literally, it's something that I feel is not disrespectful. It's a normal question. I tell you, they took it super bad. Justin, after all these things started coming out from Blake's team, hired someone to help him, a PR person to help him. With all these controversies that are happening right now, because well, he all the time, what he did was always speak well of Blake. Well, every time they asked her about him, she evaded the question or made, you know, like letting people know that they two did not get along well. On the other hand, he always spoke respectfully about her and expressed his admiration for her. That besides, working with her helped him a lot because she is a woman who has a lot of wisdom in this thing about movies, in this thing about the film industry. And that while working with her, it helped him a lot to see other points of view. He also said that the next movie, because this book has a sequel, so there should be a next movie according to it. He said he won't direct the sequel. He believes she is the best director for it. Blake will direct the sequel because she has a better vision of the movie than he does. And I tell you, he didn't say it in a way like he was throwing little jabs or being bitchy. No, he said it in a way that you could tell he was sincere. He was super respectful all the time about her. Even when they asked Justin, how does it feel that this is your night? Because you were the director of this movie. He said, no, this is not my night. This is the night of all the women who worked on this movie. This is Blake's night. This is the night of the writer. Na, is this your night, sir?
This is not my night. It belongs to all the women who made this possible. Night of Colleen.
You know, Susana always behaves super well, and I think that's why she's also getting so bad, because her attitudes were seen as so bitchy and he a good person in comparison to her. Besides, if you start looking for his previous interviews, he has always behaved like a good person. He has always been gentlemanly. All the people who have worked with him in the past always speak wonders of him all the time, women, everyone. And on the contrary of Blake, they started to come out interviews of her in the past where she behaved quite bitchy like her, also getting along badly with other people who have worked on other projects with her. Example, we have this interview where the interviewer congratulates her for her little belly since she was 8 months pregnant. And, well, Blake takes it badly and tells her congratulations on your belly. And, well, throughout the interview, she behaved very ugly with her for no reason. But, well, if this is all so far, if you know more information, write in the comments. Also, write my video idea that I don't have much idea of what to do for my next video. I feel like I'm going to make a video like varied gossip talking about Jennifer Lopez's separation, talking about Snow White, about everything that's happening with the live action of Snow White, Susanna, the son. Anuel is having another baby. I was considering making a video discussing various gossip topics, but let me know in the comments if there's a specific subject you'd like me to cover. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. I adore you and love you deeply. And if you got this far, you are a true bitch. Yes, you are. And to know that you are a true bitch, bitch me. Bitch, comment me a little purple heart or the word purple to know that you got to this point of the video and say that you are a true bitch. Love you with all my heart and take care of yourself.